wanted to let you see if you had talked to them or what the deal was. It seems like we're about 2 miles away. Pondering toes. Great, thank you for the information.
Hello.
We'll be there in probably about 20 minutes.
Hi.
Not sure when we'll get in.
Hey,
We'll get in
this
there.
is Mike with U.S. Launch Report. You're looking at the Falcon Heavy Block 5 on Pad 39A, historic Pad 39A. This is a live shot. You're looking through a Blackmagic Studio camera attached to a 7-inch Celestron telescope. So if it's shaking around, it's because the wind is blowing about 5 miles an hour and we got a little bit of shake, but we want to bring you this live, and thank you so much for watching. Yeah, we have a beautiful day here in Florida. It's about 75, 80 degrees. If you look towards the bottom of the rocket, you can see the actual heat wave coming off of the water, and it distorts the picture a little bit. But hello, Quebec. Nope, I'm just checking in, and there actually isn't any venting yet. It's just wanted to check in, and hopefully these guys will get started sooner. I came on earlier, and you could not see the side boosters as clearly as you can see them now. They're really well defined now. The side boosters, which are gonna come back and land on landing zone 1 and 2 here at Cape Canaveral. And so it's just amazing to see this piece of machinery. Everything is brand new Block 5 everything. So we're really excited in anticipation of the static fire tests. And hello, Pensacola. And anyway, so we're just going to leave this on. If you hear some voices in the background, that's the Port Marine Traffic Radio. I don't know, I just wanted to add some sound. I'm not, I did my first ever live stream this morning. So this is my second ever live stream. So bear with me if I'm not a professional announcer. But I can answer a lot of questions for you if you have any about SpaceX or Cape Canaveral or Pad 39A. But the one thing I can't answer is what time, hello Elgin Air Force Base, what time the actual static fire is going to go off. So I'm just going to let it play. I'm really sorry about the shaking around. That's from the wind. We're on a heavy tripod, but the wind does blow it. Oh, good. Yeah, you probably know the spot where I'm at. Yeah. Anyway, we got a great view here today. You can see the crew access arm for the astronauts up there at the top of the tower. All the astronauts that went to the moon went up that tower. Well, not all of them. Some of them went on 39B instead of 39A. But here at Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, we're going to be having lots of really significant launches in the next couple of years. We'll have the Blue Origin, great big monster Blue Origin. We'll have the BFR. We'll have maybe Sierra Nevada. We'll have boy, this place is, yeah, the Starship. This place is just going to be fun. It's really going to be busy and a lot of launches. So we're going to learn how to do our live feed a little better than this, but we're trying. SLS. That's a huge mother. That thing is huge. That thing's going to outgun all of them. If they can ever get it built, you know, they're behind schedule, but I believe the current administration is really leaning on them, along with the Senate, to get going on it. So maybe we'll see some things happening sooner. 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. is the window. Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. That's one reason I want you guys, all of you guys, to see a good view of the rocket, because at that time of night the light gets so dim that it's very, very difficult to see. SpaceX generally does not light up their rockets the way, say, ULA does. ULA puts maybe 20 or 30 big spotlights on their rockets, and SpaceX just puts one real dim light on their rocket. I don't know the reasoning behind that, but that's how they do it. They just have one light on it. Very difficult to film Pad 39A at night because of the low lighting. So we want to bring you what we can today. Hopefully they'll do some venting in the daytime. At least some test venting. So we're going to leave it run for a little while. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. You're looking at a live picture of Pad 39A, Kennedy Space Center, historic 39A, and we're facing north. We're south of the rocket. We're approximately 10 miles. We may be a little less than that, but we're approximately 10 miles from the rocket. You're looking through a 7-inch Celestron telescope and a Blackmagic Micro Studio camera. So there goes a car down there. That's how you know it's live. There's some cars. So anyway, just enjoy. I'll leave this up for a little while, see what you guys think. If you have any questions, let me know. Hello there, Netherlands. That is one heck of a machine right there. You know, us photographers worry about having our settings right on our cameras. You talk about having your settings right. Everything's got to be perfect on that rocket. So they've really got to get it right. Hey, Cape Town. Boy, that's a long ways away. How you doing down there? Thanks for checking in. Again, I'm sorry about the shake. That's the wind blowing onto our tripod. We tried to strap it down a little bit better. I don't know if you can see in the picture, but if you see the triangle shaped base of the TE Strongback, that thing is just massive. It is so huge. Maybe you've seen still pictures of it, but it is massive. That's a massive piece of metal. It's holding that rocket up there. Pensacola, Florida. Yeah, I saw that Blue Origin ship. It looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll swing this camera. I might be able to see the top of the Blue Origin factory here, rocket factory. In fact, Blue Origin's building their New Glenn rocket right here. Hi there, Russia. How you doing there? Anyway, in a little while, yeah, the launch is Sunday. Today's supposed to be static fire. We just wanted to bring you a shot. It may not be a perfect shot, but it's a shot of the Falcon Heavy Block 5. Let me go out and focus. I'll be right back. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing to our channel. Okay, hey guys, how's it going? This is Mike from US Launch Report. Thanks a lot for watching. No, it's not a launch, it's a static fire. I'm going to bump a little bit because I got to plug this phone in. Yeah, this is only the second time I've done a live podcast, so bear with me. We'll start making them better with time. We'll do a direct connect podcast, but right now this is what we got. Dublin. Let's go to the pub and have an ale. No, no venting yet. We're keeping a close eye on it. We wanted to put it up because the side cores are really standing out right now. You know, with Florida weather, we get a lot of storms here, and sometimes it's hard to see the rocket. So nobody really knows what time it's supposed to happen. Everybody's really just guessing. No, this isn't a replay. This is live. You're looking at a live shot of pad 39A. It's a live shot of pad 39A, Cape Canaveral, Kennedy Space Center. There's the crew access tower up on top of the building. At the base, you'll when the static fire does go, at the base of that strong back there, you'll see flame shooting straight down. Right at the base, right in the dead center. That's where you'll see flame. And this baby's going to kick out a lot of smoke. Whole lot of smoke. Yes, the tower looks great. They put new cladding on it, and it looks so much better than it did before. And I don't know if you guys have heard, but SpaceX is going to build their own control tower that looks like something out of the Jetsons. It's got a round shape and like a round window, and it's going to be way up in the air. It really should be cool. So there's a lot of cool things happening out here in Florida. In fact, right now you're looking at pad 39A, but I'll start scanning around to some of the other pads. Hello, Brazil. How's it going? Hello, Philippines. Yeah, SpaceX Tower. Yeah, it's going to be shaped like an egg shape at the end of a tall pole, higher than that tower out there, and it's going to have a big window in it, and it's going to be awesome. And you're going to take an elevator up, and they're building that. Hello, Washington, D.C. Let me go out, see if I can stabilize the telescope a little better. Hello, everybody from around the world and Serbia, and thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. we really appreciate it. Montreal. All right. Okay, it looks like I'm getting a little out of frame there. I'm going to go adjust the telescope. Ukraine. All right. Yes, I'll shut up for a minute. It's a good idea. know if you can see that. That's Blue Origin's new rocket factory for the New Glenn rocket. That's the Atlantis exhibit at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Center. Of course, it's the world famous VAB, Vehicle Assembly Building, where they're going to assemble the SLS rocket before launch. That's the water tower for pad 39B. Not 39A, but 39B, which will be used for the SLS rocket. it's just possible we'll see some venting sometime soon here. Actually, I wish I could show you our control room. It's a repurposed NASA control room that we bought at Ed bought at an auction. We have several monitors in here. We have a Blackmagic ATEM mixer, and we're set up to film with 5 separate cameras. Right now, though, we're just not set up for live stream. This is only the second time we've ever even tried a live stream. So we're filming through my phone onto a monitor, one of our monitors. I could move the camera and show you the inside of our control room. But it's hard to get it back into position. Okay, I'll try to do it real quick. I'll give you a quick... It'll take me a while to get back on the feed because we're not set up yet. Here's the rest of the control room. There's our ATEM mixer. We got our color correction recorders over here. Wind speed. Like I said, this is an old NASA test building. I don't know if you can see the logo up here, but right there it says NASA. This was bought in an auction. It's an old NASA test building. So, like I said, we got a pretty nice setup here. We're usually set up for more cameras than this. And we're not quite set up for a real live feed yet. We're working on that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it is a cool setup. And it's nice because we're not completely exposed to the elements. We can close the door. Yeah, that's old NASA. This is an old NASA real test building. It was bought in an auction years ago and repurposed. We don't know what they used it for, but I'll give you a live tour anytime. Yeah, in the near future we'll be set up to do a multi-camera live feed where we can show you several shots. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll do the tour again in a minute for people who are curious. And hopefully you guys caught the few spots I showed out there on the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral. Yeah, who knows? This has a NASA sticker in it, so it was some sort of NASA building. Of course, we've taken everything out of it, and most stuff out of it. Put all new monitors, rewired the whole thing. My partner Ed Geiger, not only did he build the tracker, but he put this control room building. This room is particularly for controlling the optical tracker. Well, it looks high tech, but we're almost not. We're not quite high tech enough to do a direct live feed. So that's coming soon. Please subscribe. Please stay tuned. We'll keep the pictures coming. We're hoping to do a 4K live stream, but it all takes money and time. So right now we're happy to bring you a picture of the real deal. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're not sure exactly when the static fire's due. We're just watching for any kind of fuel venting. If we see any venting at the base of the rocket, then we'll know they're getting close. Actually, as the day goes on, you can see the heat is starting to distort the picture a little bit. Now we're getting up, it was in the 70s earlier, now we're getting up closer to 80. So it'll produce a natural heat wave, especially at the bottom of the screen. That's the heat coming off the ground. It distorts the picture. No, they really don't. They, several channels put out times, and they really don't publish. They don't publish static fire times. I guess there are some people that get an inside track on it, but we definitely don't have an inside track on the time. So we wait. And our channel probably, I'm sure our channel has filmed more static fires than any other channel. No, they certainly don't. They don't tell people when it's static fire. I don't know why a description of 9/11's under the live stream. I certainly didn't put it there. Yeah, Amos 6 was something else. It was scary. But we were there. Like I said, we filmed more static fires than any other channel. And you're watching U.S. Launch Report. Please subscribe. If there's a 9/11 thing below there, I sure hope it's I can take it off, or somebody can take it off. I don't know how to do that. I'm just running this through my phone, so I have no control over the comments. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I can't see what's streaming underneath my channel, so I can just see your guys' comments. Yeah, I'll have to learn how to do super chat. They didn't offer me that button when I turned it on. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you watching. Well, I don't see any venting right now. I'm going to go ahead and swing around and show you pad, 3 more launch pads. I'm going to show you 41, 40. 41 is ULA, where astronauts will launch from soon. And the next one will be pad 40. And then I'll go to pad 37, where the Delta 4 Heavy. Okay. Okay, Launchpad 41, where the Starliner is going to launch from. ULA. Boeing Starliner. Sorry about the glare. Of course, right there is the famous Pad 40. SpaceX Pad 40, where the vast majority of their missions launch from. That there's Pad 37, where the Delta 4 Heavy launches from, the competitor to Falcon Heavy. Okay, you may not believe this, but right where that pole is where the boosters are going to land right after this launch. Oh, okay, thank you. I was outside speaking with some folks who were watching the broadcast. Hi guys, is somebody reporting on an update of some kind? I can't check my own phone because I'm using it for this live stream. So if you see any update information, let me know. Thank you. Guess I'm gonna have to buy another phone. Yes, the new cladding looks awesome. So far, no venting. We're keeping our eyes open for venting. What was that I just saw? The static, did somebody say the static fire was moved? No venting thus far. Has been delayed, okay? End of today's window. Or in the morning at 10 a.m. Thank you. Speculation, huh? Okay. Well, there's always a lot of speculation around static fire, and it took them quite a while to get this brand new Block 5 Falcon Heavy out. So I'm assuming they're not going to rush anything. Again, I apologize for the shake. I need to adjust the camera. Yes, we're filming a screen. You're watching U.S. Launch Report live. Pad 39A. U.S. Launch Report. Thank you for subscribing. We're awaiting any kind of official word or signs of venting or fuel loading. With unusually nice Florida weather today, we thought we'd leave this live stream up. Yeah, hopefully we see some fuel loading before 6 o'clock. Normally they will fill up the vehicle and then drain it, and then fill it again and then drain it several times. So with this nice warm weather, that helps them with the fuel. Those are the kind of conditions they like. We're expecting a lot of people here in Florida for this launch. Sure hope it doesn't get delayed for all of you who are traveling. Look at those beautiful nose cones on those side boosters. Beautiful. Beautiful piece of engineering. So SpaceX has put many thousands of hours into building this Pad 39A. As of course many of you know, it was used for the shuttle program. Had a huge arm attached to it that all had to be disassembled. That alone took a couple years. And the massive base that holds this rocket down, It's just incredibly huge. The transporter erector, just a lot of work went into making all this possible. We're really hoping you guys will tune in to our channel for the high altitude abort test. My partner Ed Geiger, who has we're in the control room, the tracker control room. We have an 18-inch telescope, 12-inch, 7-inch telescopes. All are going to be trained on the Dragon capsule. When it aborts from at max Q from a Falcon 9 booster. So be sure to tune in for that. And again, thank you for subscribing. Nope, no static fire yet. We're waiting for venting. I've seen a few people saying that static fire is complete, but it's not complete. That's a negative. Static fire is not completed. Well, I just saw a Kennedy Space Center tour bus drive through the bottom of the screen. So if the tour buses are still going by, oh no, that's not true. They're so far away. That road is a long ways from 39A. That's the NASA Causeway. That's a long ways from 39A. That's correct. Static fire is not complete. No, this video is live. It's not from history. This is the SpaceX Block 5 Falcon Heavy. First ever. We're about 9 miles away. You're looking through a 7-inch Celestron telescope and a Blackmagic Micro Studio camera. This is the closest we can get and see the base of the rocket. In fact, this is one of the few spots, if any, that you can see the base of the rocket. If there are any other live feeds, I doubt that they're showing the base of the rocket because trees are in the way. From this view you're looking at right here, you will actually see flame coming from the bottom of the booster. No, Celestron. It's an old Celestron telescope. It's an old one. And they're not sponsoring this. I wish somebody was sponsoring it. That'd be great. Why don't you sponsor it? That'd be awesome. We could use a sponsor. We can use any support. We just appreciate you watching. No, we don't have any sponsors. We'd love to have a sponsor. But we're happy just to get some new subscribers, if at all possible. Since we're doing this kind of in a routine way, we don't have our logo up in the corner like we usually do, so imagine people will just be taking this footage and using it. Although YouTube says they've put in guards against that, so we'll see. Somebody can always get permission to use it. Okay, who knows how many thousands of pounds thrust this Falcon Heavy has? Is it 2.1 million, 2.3 million, 2.5 million pounds thrust, 2.7 million pounds thrust? Anybody know? No, not 5 million. No. No. 5 million's what the Apollo, the moon rockets had. Not 5 million pounds. No, not 5.5. Saturn V, there you go. Saturn V had that much. This thing's got probably... I don't think it even has... it's not 5 million pounds thrust. I think it's more like 3.7 million. It's still the most powerful rocket in the world right now. But when SLS comes out, SLS will bury it. £350. It's not over 9. Yeah, it's over 9,000. 3.4 million. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, sir. 3.4 million. That is correct. You win a prize. You win the prize. 3.4 million pounds thrust. And that makes this the most powerful rocket in the world today at this time. See, okay, if Saturn was 7.8, then this is half of what the Saturn was. Yeah, I wish I worked in kilograms, but I don't. I work in pounds. That is a lot of thrust. Because the Delta IV Heavy, the next most powerful rocket, has 2.3 million pounds thrust. So this one's almost a full 1,000,000 pounds stronger than the Delta IV Heavy. And it's probably 1/3 of the price of the Delta IV Heavy. Delta IV Heavy is going to cost you 300 million approximately. Falcon Heavy is going to cost you 90 million. So you got 1,000,000 pounds more thrust. Now, Administrator Bridenstine was just talking last week about that they want to use a commercially available rocket to launch the Orion spacecraft around the moon, because SLS is not going to be ready. So they're trying to choose between Falcon Heavy or Delta IV Heavy. So for the cost of 90 million compared to 288 million, and the power of 1,000,000 pounds more thrust, you would think it'd be a natural pick to pick the Falcon Heavy, because the SLS is just not going to make it in time, which is a shame, because they already had all of the engine built. All of the engines were already built before they started the SLS. The RS-25 came off of the shuttle. The solid rocket boosters on the sides came off the shuttle. Yet, they can't build the body and put it together in time. I don't think it'll be canceled. They have too much money into it. They've already spent, I think, 10 billion, 12 billion on SLS. Yeah, they're from, well, they're from all, they're not from just from one STS mission, they're from all of them. Falcon Heavy, let's see, the core stage is almost completed. Boosters are done. Is that on the SLS? Well, static fire only lasts for a few seconds, but how about Falcon Heavy for the Orion service module? Sure, I love it. SpaceX on Twitter, static fire completes aiming for Monday launch. No, that's not true. Well, it's great hanging out with you guys. I'm a CNN reporter. It is true. 11:36 p.m. To the end of the window. There is no window here for static fire. They can do it anytime they want. How do you hear the engine when they test fire from miles away? The wind has to be blowing just right to hear the engines. Now, if I were over on the other side, say at Playa Linda Beach, I could show you just the top of the rocket, but you would not see the bottom of the rocket. You would not see flame. You'd see smoke, and you can hear it better, but you would not see flame. The other problem is if Playa Linda closes, then you got to leave. You won't see it all. This is my favorite spot for static fire, because from here we can see the whole rocket, top to bottom. We can see it fueling. When it starts fueling, we can see it filling from the bottom to the top. And it'll be quite a sight if they ever get around to doing it. Oh, thanks for staying for a while, CR. I don't know if I should turn this off or not. Okay, see you later, Nacho Master CR. Have a nice day. Go in peace. Bon appetit, Nacho Master. Please don't turn this off. Okay. I won't. You sure? Uh-oh, word on Twitter, no static fire till tomorrow. Uh-oh, hope that's not the truth. You know, I've been here this is my 4th day out here. Me and my buddy, this is our 4th day out here. Waiting on static fire. You know, we filmed, like I said, I'll say it, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, our channel, U.S. Launch Report, has filmed more static fires than any other channel. And that takes a lot of hard work and patience, because nothing ever goes as planned. So, thank you all very much for the shout out. But I just want you to know there's a lot of work that goes into filming a static fire. And we appreciate you just following along and subscribing. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're both very welcome. Very welcome. Glad to do it. You're welcome. Yes, new today. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing. Are you on a building top? No, I'm right along the side of a road that's just south of Port Canaveral. Yep, that's right. This is real news, except I'm getting out of focus, so I'll see you in just a second. I'll leave it going if you guys want to just keep it going. you guys saw the roof of that VAB, I've filmed several times from on top of there. It's pretty cool. Hey, do any of you guys know the date for the STP Falcon Heavy launch? April 10th. Okay, thank you. Hi guys, anybody still left? Maybe we'll shut her down for a little while. Come back to it once we see venting. Great. Oh, STP's in June. Good. Starlink. Now, Starlink should create a lot of launches. A lot of launches. I'm glad you're still there. Like I said, this is today was the first time we've done a live YouTube feed, so all I can see is there's a little number at the top. And it says 186 little shapes of people. So if that's how many are watching, we'll leave it going. If it gets down, I don't know. If it gets down below 100, I'll turn it off. Yes, Space Coast Life. 233. I don't know what that is. I'm out of focus again. Now, some of the focus you see is because the heat of the day is rising from the water and it makes the image a little bit blurred. It's a heat blur. So I'll go try to focus one more time. If you want me to swing around to other launch pads, we can try to do that, but it'd be great. I just don't want to miss if any venting starts. Okay, I don't mind. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. That's what I'm here for, is to record the static fire. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying till tonight when I see fire and flame and smoke. Or maybe it'll happen sooner than that. 6 p.m. I'll leave it up. I really appreciate you guys watching and appreciate the thumbs up. Yeah, that's kind of cool. They launched 2 Soyuz. But I wonder if Russia's working on anything just reusable. Well, I'm not sure. You know, you hear different times for static fire, but SpaceX really does not publish it. Some web sources think they know, but they're usually wrong. So it could happen at any time. Yeah, I believe it'll happen today. You know, I keep hearing about these 9/11 attacks below my page, but I have no way of looking at it. So I sure don't want to have that below my page. I don't know how to change it. All I'm seeing is what you're seeing on the screen. I can't see anything below it. It's just a cheap, you know, Samsung phone with not a fancy camera. In the future, we're going to connect up real 4K live stream using a service. And you'll have, I don't know why the 9/11 attacks. I wish somebody would ask Google to get it off there. Why are they doing that? Why are they putting me with 9/11 stuff? Conspiracy stuff. There's no conspiracy here. Yeah, with the core included. Oh, what was the total? 5.13? You sure about that, huh? I missed the last one. It's tag fire, not launch. Oh, yeah, it does look kind of like two towers. That's pretty screwed up. Maybe I should change the angle. Let me try to get the water tower in there. Let me try to get the water tower. That's bizarre. That's bizarre. Oh, I just now came in and saw that. When did you say static fire tomorrow? This is from Chris at NASA Space Flight. Yeah, let's hope the weather's nice on Monday. Weather changes here quickly. Slip to Friday. Oh, click the three dots, huh? Okay. Thank you. I'll try it. Just gives me enable flash, share, mute microphone. That's all it gives me. No other options. I'm afraid to hit any of those. Top chat. Some messages such as live chat. All messages are visible. Should I select all messages visible? That could get crazy. I'll try it once. I might change it back. %. Oh, that's horrible. That means a lot of clouds. That's not good. That's not good. Tuesday's even worse, huh? Jeez. Well, it could get completely delayed with a 50% chance. Could be completely delayed like a week. Thus is rocket science. You gotta figure this is the maiden flight of a brand new, unproven rocket, Block 5. 3 Block 5s strapped together, so I'm sure SpaceX is going to use as much precaution. Oh, I see. Okay. That's why the 911's there. Okay. Thunderstorms, yeah. Well, thunderstorms here are year round. P100D. Yeah, thunderstorms here. Serious. They tell us that we're the lightning capital of the United States, especially in the summer, because it really gets booming. Oh, okay, only for viewers in America. Good. It must be some ad of some kind for a series. This is the P100D of rockets, XD. So yeah, again we're getting a little bit of afternoon blur due to the heat. Let me try to refocus. Yeah, we did have killer hail. In fact, that's the first time I've seen hail. Oh, I see. Tesla. Okay. Hey, what happened to Tesla stock today? This morning before I came out, it was going down a lot. In fact, I just had 2 people stop by with Model S's. Really cool looking cars. Oh, delivery numbers not as good as anticipated. Well, how much did it go down? 10 points or something? Oh, delivery numbers. Boy, 2 people just stopped by. They were watching the live feed, and they were both driving the new Tesla. What's the new Tesla? Model 3? Is that what it is? They were both the same color. Beautiful cars. Really cool dash. 5,000 a day? No way. Not a day. China has their own competition. We love you too, man. No, we're not in an RV. We're in a control room. In fact, I'll give you a quick tour. It's bad on the, it's bad. If you want, I'll give you a quick tour of the control room and the setup we got here. But be patient with me because I got to set the phone. That means if it's raining in the afternoon, that means they'll push the launch to a later time. Sure about giving you the tour? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to unplug my phone. Bear with me. This is not a professional. I hate using cameras. I like using real cameras. Okay, so you're looking at screen 6. This is an ATEM controller, Blackmagic ATEM controller. Here we got laptop hooked up for color correction and a switcher that we can switch channels. These are Blackmagic video assist, they're called. They both record different codecs up to 4K, which we're moving to 4K. Here's this is an old NASA training facility. See, air conditioner. It's a NASA training. There's wind speed, direction. Here's the old NASA display clocks. And of course there's our ATEM and our monitor. And we have the windows blocked off, but I'll go outside. If you look close, you'll see a NASA logo right there. This was bought at a NASA auction. So let me step outside. Be careful, here comes the light. Okay, so the launch pad's way out there. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the VAB, the launch pad. Hundreds of people park along this Highway 401. Hundreds of people park along here for the launch. Although there's a rumor they're going to close it down. Here's our NASA. This is a control room that my buddy Ed built. He bought it at an auction, put it on a trailer. Then we have everything wired up. Here's our 7-inch Celestron Blackmagic micro studio camera. I got an outside monitor for focusing. Here's another Sony AX 100 4K camera, and then of course we have everything connected using SD cables. So we're running everything on SD. All the cables go in through this box here, go inside the control room. Other than that, it's just hooked to my truck, and it's a portable control room. Now this is actually used for, there's a cruise ship in the port, so I'm right alongside of the port. This road goes into Cape Canaveral. This is Highway 401. Now usually this fills up for the launch because it's an excellent view of all the launch pads, even though you can't see them on my phone. But it's an excellent viewing site. But rumor has it they're going to close this road for this launch, and that'll be a real shame. Because for launch, we usually have our tracker down here by the water. This control room runs the tracker with the 18-inch telescope, 12-inch telescope, etc. Okay, so there's the nickel view. And there's the Celestron you're looking through. And there's a monitor that you can't see. There it is. There's a picture. Outside monitor. Okay, so I'm going to try to get the phone set up. Going back in. So I hope that was cool for you. At least now you have an idea what the deal is here. Okay. I wasn't able to read what you were writing, so let me get set up. Yeah, this is all homemade, nothing fancy, so you know, cut us a little slack. Yeah, thank you. Okay, thanks. You liked the tour. Go, good. Thank you. Thank you. Now you're impressed. That's great. Yeah, we really work hard. Yeah, no, we're not. It's not an RV. It's just it's an actual NASA control room. We don't know what it was used for, but it was used for something NASA tested. And in the future, we'll have an actual live stream that's not connected to a phone for you. A live stream that's maybe even a 4K output. So thanks, thank you. The box is cool. Yeah, it is. It is cool. It's actually air conditioned. It kind of has to be because all the gear in here. The Florida humidity would destroy everything. No, actually the port police here, they all know me, they all know us, and they're very nice to us. You know, we want to give a shout out to the port. They kind of control this area because there's a lot of cruise ships here, and I want to give a shout out to the port police. Static fire to slip till Friday. Man, that is a bummer. We've got a perfect view here today. $63,000 vehicles delivered. Okay, well, they may say it's delayed, but man, that's a beautiful, beautiful shot of that rocket. And those side boosters. That's just incredible piece of machinery. I sure wish they'd light it up. It's gonna make this whole screen go white with smoke when it happens. The whole screen will go white. So much smoke comes out. My name is Mike with U.S. Launch Report. Oh, maybe you're talking to somebody else. Okay. If the static fire is canceled, I don't know. I guess I'll leave this up for a little while. I've been here for 4 days already. I'm the static fire guy. I don't leave until I see static fire. The camera, oh, the cars are on the base. The cars are on Kennedy Space Center. They're on NASA Causeway, it's called. So those cars are people who work out there, or yeah, they're all people who work out there. The cars that you see on the screen. There's thousands of people working out there on the Cape. Thousands. They're building, Blue Origin's building a massive launch pad, Pad 36. You know, I'm not sure when it's going to static fire. Everybody's telling me now it's been moved to Friday. My saying is, I've done so many static fires, I know it's going to static fire when I see venting. I usually don't take anybody's word for it. Now, like I said, unfortunately, if they do it at night, they don't light it up enough for anybody to be able to film. They only use one small light to light the rocket. So, I have filmed 2 static fires on 39A, but it has to be perfect conditions. And you have to know a time pretty closely. So, hopefully Chris over at NASA Spaceflight will have some sort of time. Thank you. Yes, this is Florida. There's, if you just heard a horn blow, that's a cruise ship getting ready to leave. Actually, they usually leave every day at 4 o'clock. You guys probably didn't know that Port Canaveral is the second busiest cruise terminal in the United States, maybe in the world. There's a lot of cruise ships come here. Everybody gets off the ships and either goes to Kennedy Space Center or Disney World or Universal in Orlando. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Yeah, please check in later tonight and again tomorrow, because we'll be back. We want you to witness the live fire on U.S. Launch Report. So we really appreciate you watching, and we really appreciate you subscribing. Hey, guys, is anything going on with the Star Hopper? Is that channel going right now too? That, what's it, Padre? Something Padre? I mean, they just had a big static fire test. I wouldn't think they'd have another one the next day. SpaceX is really funny about these tests. You could hear all kinds of different times, and you just never really know when they're going to do it. That's why we sit it out. Okay, here, this is just a station check. This is Mike with U.S. Launch Report. You're watching a live stream of Pad 39A, where the Falcon Heavy, the first ever Falcon Heavy Block 5, sits atop Pad 39A, awaiting a static fire test. Yes, they dumped the whole tank of water on the pad. And you'll be able to see that with this feed. You'll be able to see the water shooting towards the engines. Oh yeah, it's also the first commercial flight for a Falcon Heavy. Thank you for reminding me. That's right. Seems like everything SpaceX does has historic value of some kind. Every time they do it, there's some sort of historic value to it. It's the first of everything. No, you know, the old timers, the shuttle guys, they get kind of upset. There's a lot of them around here. This area was hit very hard at the end of the shuttle period. This place was almost, it was a double whammy. The area was hit, you know, by the Great Recession. I'm sure you all know what the Great Recession was, you know, 2006, 2005, that area, the Great Recession. At the same time, they ended the shuttle program, where there were 60,000 workers out at the Cape, out at Kennedy Space Center, working on that shuttle. And all the supporting companies that made parts. So there was a mass exodus from the Space Coast in 2008, 2009, 2010, and it was just a ghost town. So shuttles were launching and landing, and 2011, that last shuttle launch, was a very sad day around here. But now it's all coming. There's the NASA helicopter going by. That could be a good sign. That could mean something's getting ready to happen. Maybe they convinced everybody that they're not doing the static fire today, but that NASA helicopter flew by, that's a good sign that something could happen soon. So we're not turning off. Well, I wish you guys luck with your son. You know, don't try to get too close to the launch. Just go to the beach. Everywhere is a good sight. Everywhere is a good view. Australia. All right. I love the Aussies. You guys are great supporters. Yeah, I believe it still might go today. And what made me believe that is by seeing the NASA helicopter just flew around the rocket. So I really believe it could still go today. Alice Springs. I saw Alice Springs in a movie. One day I want to make a SpaceX documentary or docudrama. I think that would be fun. You know, it doesn't have to be a documentary, but make it fun with actors. Docudrama. Spain. Habla poco de español. Poquito. Yeah, there's lots of aliens. There, look, there's a NASA helicopter. Just flew by again. That's a good sign, guys. Seeing the NASA helicopter is a good sign. So I'm leaving the live stream going. I think something still might happen. They have everybody faked out like they're not going to do it, but the weather's perfect. It's the right heat temperature. Yeah, the NASA helicopter is a good sign that something could start happening. I mean, it may take a few minutes, but it's a good sign. Having filmed a lot of static fire tests, I know that the times you see posted, none of them really matter. They do it when they feel like it. No, have not seen any venting yet today. I can't see the big Falcon rocket. This is a big Falcon rocket. Anyway, this is a lot bigger than anything else they have. Yes, NASA helicopter just flew by. No, not 13.9 million thrust, no. Maybe kilograms, not pounds. Yeah, I know it's not the BFR. The existing BFR, this thing's a lot better than the existing BFR. The existing BFR is about the size of that water tank over to the right. Just the top of it. I know. 31 Raptors. Now that's serious. That is very serious. When that thing fires, that's going to be unbelievable. Right now there's just one Raptor. Just one Raptor. So, and that put out a hell of a lot of flame. So when there's 29, wow. It's going to be incredible. Well, even with Falcon Heavy, you have 27 engines, and they have to light them at a staggered rate. They can't light them all at the same time. And you hear a lot of popping, and it's a powerful rocket. Oh, my battery's going dead. I gotta plug it in. There we go. It's something about the vibration. They have to be staggered, or the rocket will jam in one direction or another. They all have to light in a weird staggered. I don't know the exact order, but they can't all light at the same time. You don't believe me? Okay. Oh, it's like a granola bar. Sorry if you can hear that. Let me move back. Let me go outside. Yeah, it's something like that, but I think all of them light. A couple of the engines. Staggering them. Like a few engines on each booster light. Before they all light. Yeah, I'm going to stay. I think we might see some venting soon. I'll tell you what, people. Rarely do you get that clear of a shot in Florida. It's either rainy or hazy. Yes, I do. They claim it's going to be the hardest landing it's ever done, though. 765 miles out to sea, and with more velocity than any other booster. The one that's going to land, the center core that's going to land on Osili. Hey, does anybody, any of you folks out there, how much more time to static fire? Well, there's different rumors. Some people say it's tomorrow. I just saw the NASA helicopter flying around. I still think it could be this afternoon or this evening. At any rate, I'm not leaving until it either gets dark or I see venting. Do any of you folks have any idea where the Starman's at now? Is he like headed to Mars, or does anybody keep track of that in his Tesla? Do you know of anybody that's actually tracking that Starman? Okay, I won't leave you. I'll hang out. I'm not going anywhere anyway. Static fire window opens 12 a.m. Eastern. Yeah. What? Oh, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Is that today or tomorrow? I've heard so many different things. You've grown attached? I don't think so. But thank you. Thank you very much. Your leader. Yeah. Thank you very much. I really appreciate everybody watching and participating. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes rocket science fun. Is participation. There's a lot of SpaceX employees that live here in the area. Most of them are very nice guys, very nice people, men and women. They work hard. There's just a lot of people who work here that make this happen. You know, without NASA, SpaceX wouldn't have got off the ground. They really wouldn't have. They had NASA support. And but it's an exciting time. You know, think about it. We've got SpaceX. Of course, they're the most active. We've got Boeing and ULA. We've got Blue Origin over here with a brand new, first ever in Florida rocket factory to build the New Glenn. It's just going to be a monster rocket, the New Glenn. They're working on the Launchpad 36 out here on the Cape, not far away from where you're looking now. So we've got what's the Vulcan? Is the Vulcan one or the New Glenn? Yeah, New Glenn, Vulcan. We've got Sierra Nevada is supposed to launch. We've got SLS, 3 different versions of SLS. And then we've got Starship. We've got Falcon Heavy. We've got Falcon. So in the next few years, this place is going to be awesome. There's going to be so much going on. Yeah, Northrop Grumman's, Firefly. Yeah, there you go. This place is just really filling up. So I hope the port will keep working with us to let us remain here and film. Because actually it's a perfect location to pan the whole Cape. So we want to give a shout out to the port for letting us set up here. Yeah, we were hoping to try to film that Northrop Grumman air-launched rocket. I don't know if it's the Omega, but it's coming up soon, and we were hoping we could find it with the tracker, but somebody told me it's 250 miles north and going to be offshore from Daytona Beach. So if we can't find it, if we don't know where to look, we won't be able to film it, but it sure would be awesome for my partner Ed Geiger, who built all of this and built the tracker from parts he purchased and parts he made. I was very lucky to run into Ed Geiger because none of this setup I'm in would ever happen. So all of you get a shout out to Ed Geiger. He's the man who built this. He got in a head-on accident. He's laid up for 12 weeks. So please send your best wishes to him. He's a good man. Thank you. Shout out to Ed. Yes. Yes. Shout out to Ed. Ed Geiger. Yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy. Master mechanic. Can build anything. Anything. And does build. Including optical trackers. They're just as good as the ones NASA use. Yeah, thanks for the good wishes for Ed. I hope he's watching. He could be watching right now, so give him a shout. Without Ed, we wouldn't have this control room or the trackers. He's a great guy. He really knows telescopes and knows tracking. Okay, I'm going to jump out and refocus on the Falcon Heavy. I still have hope that we will see some venting today. You know, he bought the control room, I'd say, I think he told me like 30 years ago at a NASA auction. So he never told me what he paid for it, but I'm sure it was like not much. You know, he gets really, if you go to these big government auctions, it's incredible what they sell, but you have to have your eyes open and be willing to pick it up. At one time, his son used it as a playhouse in his yard. So it's finally been put, but that just tells you, you know, it's made out of aluminum. That shows you how well built this is. It's probably 25 years old and there's nothing wrong with it. It's like it's new. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta focus.